What's going on, guys? I got asked a few questions about carb cycling, so I'm going to go ahead and answer them for you. The basis behind carb cycling is basically, splitting up, having a few really low carb days and having one where you replenish. The replenish day, or let's say the carb up day, keeps you sane. And when I say sane, I mean 5, 6 days out of the week, you're going to be dragging balls. You're going to feel like your mind doesn't work right. And I'm being completely honest with you guys. It really does. It's not necessarily painful or anything, but you necessarily, like, you really don't feel all that good. You know what I mean? You're not really yourself, not having those carbs as your preferred energy source for your body. And that's something you do have to take account. I mean, I can post more pictures if you guys like. This shit works for me, and I got all my strength back. I went from 160 down to 135. When I hit that 135 mark, I felt like, you know what, there's no way a fucking man should weigh 135 pounds. And that's what I still feel like, just because, I'm trying to build as much muscle as I can. But at the same point, I've never had abs in my life. So I was like, fuck, this is pretty sweet. You know what I mean? And then I realized that I don't really give a shit unless the mirror looks awesome, regardless of what my weight is. Now I'm 145, and, I'm fine with that. There's no doubt about it. During this diet, I drink 1 gallon to 2 gallons of water a day, every single day. And that's something that you guys definitely will have to take into account. Supplementation wise, I use casein during this. You can use a whey, there's nothing wrong with that. I just use an Optimum Nutrition. I do have the MTS whey protein right now. Works great, tastes good. Got the chocolate, guys, and it's pretty damn fucking good. I was a full-time student at the time. I'd be going to school. In between classes, I'd chug a protein shake. Whenever I didn't actually prep my meals, I would prep 4 or 5 meals. I'll post a picture up right now basically to show you this is my meal schedule. Each and every day, people ask about my diet a lot just because they saw me dropping weight. I ate chicken 3 to 4 times a day. The other two, like the morning opener that I had, every single time I would have half of an apple. Post-workout, I would have the other half of the apple. And that's what worked for me. I really look forward to that half of an apple. Every single night of the week, I crave ice cream. I was hanging out with this chick, and we kept getting ice cream, and it kept screwing up with my diet. And, society, all your friends, all your family, in my situation, most of the time they're not going to be backing you up. They're going to think you're fucking weird. And then they realize that, oh, wait, his body's changing. Maybe he is doing something right. And, there's going to be a time when you have to go up, you have to show up and hang out with that chick and freaking whip out your shaker bottle and you have some protein in there while they're having ice cream. It'll happen. I took this girl to my favorite fucking restaurant and bought her my dessert. And I was just sitting there, I was just like, motherfucker, I can't have this. But you know what? You're getting abs, you're losing fat. And that's freaking worth it to me. Once I saw cuts come in here and there, it's a beautiful thing, guys. And that's what makes you stick with it. And the carb up day that you do have during the week, if you want to enjoy it, you want to freaking go out to eat and go to Applebee's and eat ice cream and then go home and then eat again and then grab a jar of peanut butter and just fucking go nuts. I've done all that shit. That one day fucked up my whole week. Your body is honestly the best nutritionist around. If you listen to it, when you're carb cycling, it's going to tell you, I'm hungry, man, what the fuck's going on? I'm thirsty. You're going to be using water before and after your meal and all throughout the day. Every time you have a meal, you're going to be drinking 8 ounces of water. I had a milk jug. I just chug water before, I chug water after. Just because it's a natural suppressant, water. It holds back that appetite by filling up the void, the space in your stomach. Water is so important, and there's baby steps that get you into carb cycling, that get you into where you want to be. Now carb cycling is something, I can always fall back on if I do put on a few pounds. That carb day, honestly, it's the key to success. It's what makes or breaks you. What I did in my diet, I used that meal, I would gorge myself full of fruit. When I say gorge, I get strawberries. I always stayed away from bananas just because they're a little more high calorie. But I would use like strawberries, blueberries, and I'd cut up a pear, cut up an apple, chuck all that shit in there in a good sized bowl. And basically I would cover that thing in Walden Farms, throw a scoop of whey in there. I'd take like 0.7 or 0.5, 1 gram or whatever of walnuts, crush that shit up in there. And basically, what did I do? I just got 25 grams of protein. All that fruit is my simple sugars, so I got my craving. I always crave sugar, so my simple sugar craving is completely gone whatsoever. Like, it's freaking good, man. Caramel sauce and fruit, it's when you're on a carb cycle, you're not used to it. Plus you have your chocolate whey. You mix all that shit up in there, it tastes amazing, guys. I always look forward to it. I'd be doing reps in the gym and I'd be sitting there thinking like, I just want to go home and fucking eat, you know what I mean? It's just what you think about, guys. I was watching Kai Green's movie basically about his life and being a bodybuilder. He's thinking 2 months in advance. I'm gonna have this food that he craved in 2 months, and that motivates him throughout that entire 2 months. And you know, it's amazing, guys. And that, to me right there, I just realized that, man, I'm a pussy. I need to take my shit up to the next level. Something you can also do to keep your progress, every single morning in front of the meal, and when I say every single morning, I actually do mean every single morning, you can be taking that picture. You're not going to know day by day basically the progress, the hard work that you're actually putting in. You won't notice yourself because you obviously see yourself 24/7. Every time you pass a reflection of any type, you see yourself. Basically, you're going to get to the point where 4 days rolls around, you're going to realize this isn't even fucking worth it, and your mind's going to tell you that nothing's actually changed. You're going to look back at those pictures, and if you're strict, if you're true to yourself, you're going to have those changes, guys, and that's going to make or break your diet. You're going to walk all the way to the fridge, look in there, and you're going to be like, oh, I need a cheat day. I did really hard. I fucking worked hard in the gym. I ran a lot today, and I'm losing muscle. Let's make this big ass thing of pizza or whatever. Let's go out to eat and have pizza. Let's go out with friends. Your mind's gonna fucking try to trick you because it's starving for those carbs because it's so used to having them. Once you have the willpower to say, you know what, let's make this big ass salad. I'll cut half of an avocado on there because those fats are gonna give you the energy, and then all that freaking salad will gorge yourself full. All that salad and spinach will fill you up. You can throw some fresh cut salsa on that bitch, 6 to 8 ounces of freaking chicken, and you're good to go. And guess what? You just got through another meal, and you're still leaning out. And that's all it comes down to, guys. If you actually implement that when you are doing your cravings, if you force that salad down, after that, you're not going to feel hungry. And that's something that I went through.